gem became a cultural earthquake. Let's ride into this story together. Picture this. It's the mid-1880s in Dallas, Texas. The world is grappling with a crisis that's ripping through communities, shrouded in fear, stigma, and bureaucratic red tape. At the center of it all is Ron Woodruff, a rough-around-the-edges electrician and rodeo cowboy who's as Texas tough as they come. Think beer-swilling, bull-riding, no-nonsense kind of guy. One day, his life flips upside down with a diagnosis that no one saw coming, and he's given just 30 days to live. What follows is a tale of defiance, ingenuity, and sheer human will. Ron doesn't just survive. He builds something revolutionary, smuggling unapproved drugs across borders and creating the Dallas Buyers Club, an underground network that helps hundreds fight back against the disease ravaging their bodies. It's based on the true story of the real Ron Woodruff, a man who turned desperation into a movement, challenging the FDA, Big Pharma, and society's prejudices head-on. This isn't some glossy Hollywood biopic. It's a punch to the gut that reminds us how far we've come in the fight against HIV/AIDS and how much further we still have to go. Watching it, you'll feel that fire, that urgency, and walk away with a renewed respect for the unsung heroes who refuse to back down. But why should you watch Dallas Buyers Club today, in 2025, over a decade after it hit screens? Because it's timeless. In a world still wrestling with health crises, access to medicine, and who gets to decide what's approved, this movie hits harder than ever. It's a reminder that one person's rebellion can spark real change. And the acting? Oh man, it's electric. You'll laugh at the sharp wit, ache at the vulnerability, and cheer at the triumphs without me ruining a thing. It's 117 minutes of pure intensity, rated R for a reason, with language, drug use, and sexual content that feels authentic, not exploitative. Directed with a handheld, documentary-style grit that puts you right in the dusty motels and tense FDA showdowns. And the soundtrack? A killer mix of 80s rock and blues that amps up every scene. If you're into character-driven dramas like The Fighter or Milk, this is your next obsession. Trust me, it's the kind of film that lingers, sparking conversations long after the credits roll. So grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and let's unpack every single layer of what makes this movie a must-see masterpiece. Let's start at the very beginning, because the road to Dallas Buyers Club was longer and twistier than a Texas back road. The story kicks off in 1992, when a reporter named Bill Minutiaggio from the Dallas Morning News stumbles across tales of these underground buyers clubs helping AIDS patients get meds that the system wouldn't touch. He tracks down Ron Woodruff himself for a feature article that shines a light on this rogue operation. Around the same time, a young screenwriter named Craig Borton hears about it and decides this is his shot at a big break. He flies to Dallas, sits down with Ron for over 20 hours of interviews, taping every word, poring over Ron's personal journals, getting the unvarnished truth from the man himself. Ron, by then in the final months of his life, spills it all. The smuggling runs to Mexico, the clashes with doctors, the wild personality that made him equal parts hero and hustler. Borton crafts the first draft of the script right there, pouring Ron's voice straight onto the page. It's raw, it's real, and it's got that fire. But here's where it gets Hollywood dramatic. That script sits on a shelf for years. Borton teams up with Melissa Wallach in 2000 to polish it, adding depth to the supporting characters by interviewing dozens of transgender